Let the plane passes through three non-collinear points be A bar, B position vector B bar and C with position vector C bar. Now here we can define three vectors AP, AB, AC. AP vector, let us take the vector AP vector like this, AP, AB, AC. Now clearly the AP vector, comma AB vector, comma AC vector are coplanar. The three vectors lie on same plane. Therefore, AB vector cross AC vector. What is the cross product of two vectors? It is always perpendicular to the plane. AB cross AC is perpendicular to the plane. But AB cross AC perpendicular to the plane and AP vector is on the plane. AP vector is on the plane, AB cross AC is perpendicular to the plane. So that this AB cross AC and AP both are perpendicular to each other. Therefore, AP vector is perpendicular to AB cross AC. This implies AP dot AB cross AC is equal to 0. Now AP vector is equal to OP minus OA, that is R minus A dot AB vector. What is AB vector? OB minus OA, that is B minus A cross AC vector C minus A is equal to 0. Now this is the vector equation of the plane that passes through three non-collinear points A, B, C. Now let us find the Cartesian equation for the same plane. Cartesian form. Cartesian form. Let us take the 3 points B, A, x1, y1, z1, B, x2, y2, z2, C, x3, y3, z3 and P, some variable point xyz. Now let us choose the 4 points B like this. Now here R bar is equal to position vector of the point, that is xi plus yj plus zk, and A bar is equal to x1i plus y1j plus z1k, and B bar is equal to x2i plus y2j plus z2k, and C bar is equal to position vector of the point, that is x3i plus y3j plus z3k. Now substituting all these 4 vectors here and simplify them, at last we get some expression which is equals to determinant of x minus x1, y minus y1, z minus z1, and second row x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1, x3 minus x1, x3 minus x1, y3 minus y1, z3 minus z1 is equal to 0. Now, by substituting these 4 vectors here and on simplification, finally we could get some expression that is equal to the determinant of this matrix x minus x1, y minus y1, z minus z1, x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1, x3 minus x1, y3 minus y1, z3 minus z1 is equal to 0. So that this is the Cartesian equation of the plane which passes through the given 3 points. Now, one problem on equation of a plane passing through 3 points. Find the vector and the Cartesian equations of the plane that passes through 3 points 1, 1, 0, 1, 2, 1, minus 2, 2, minus 1. Now, here 3 points are given. First point A with the position vector A bar is 1 into I plus 1 into j plus 0 into k, that is I plus j, and B bar, it is the position vector of the second point 1 into I plus 2 into j plus 1 into k, and C bar is the position vector of the third point, that is minus 2I plus 2j minus k. Okay, right now the vector equation of the plane, vector equation of the plane passes through 3 points is what is that? R minus A dot B minus A cross C minus A is equal to 0. That is R minus, what is A vector? I plus j dot B minus A. What is B minus A vector? I minus I, 0, 2j minus j, j plus k cross C minus A, minus 2i minus I, minus 3i, 2j minus j plus j minus k is equal to 0. You know, this is R minus I plus j dot. Now, let us find the cross product of these two vectors, that is determinant of I, j, k. It is j plus k, so that the components are 0, 1, 1, minus 3, 1, minus 1. Now, let us simplify this. R minus of I plus j dot, what is the determinant of this matrix? I into minus 1 minus 1 minus 2 minus 2i minus j into 0 plus 3 into minus j minus 3j. Next, plus k into 0 plus 3k is equal to 0. This implies by distributive property R dot minus 2i minus 3j plus 3k minus of I plus j dot minus 2i minus 3j plus 3k is equal to 0. Now R bar dot minus 2i minus 3j plus 3k minus of dot product, here it is I into minus 2i, I dot minus 2i, that is minus 2 minus 3, of course plus 0, it is 0. Therefore, R dot minus 2i minus 3j plus 3k. What about this? Minus 2 minus 3 minus 5 with the minus sign, plus 5 is equal to 0. Now, this is the vector equation of the plane passing through 3 points. Now, to get the Cartesian equation, just consider R bar is equal to xi plus yj plus zk. For the Cartesian form, consider R bar is equal to xi plus yj plus zk. Therefore, the equation of the plane the Cartesian equation of the plane is, now on substituting this vector here, so what, xi plus yj plus zk dot minus 2i minus 3j plus 3k plus 5 equals to 0. Now dot product between these two. What about this? It is minus 2x minus 3y plus 3z plus 5 is equal to 0, or multiply this entire equation with minus sign. 2x plus 3y minus 3z minus 5 is equal to 0. Now that is, this is the Cartesian equation of the plane passing through 3 points. Now let us find intercept form of equation of a plane. Intercept form. What is meant by intercept? In the straight lines already you studied that if a straight line meets x-axis at one point a comma 0 and meets y-axis at 0 comma b, then a comma b are called x and y intercepts of the line. Now coming to the point, on the plane, here it is a plane on 3-dimensional geometry, x-axis, y-axis, z-axis. Now there is a plane like this cutting 3 coordinate axes. So now this plane cuts x-axis at a comma 0 0, y-axis at b 0 comma b comma 0, and cuts x-axis at c 0 0 c. Now a, b, c are the intercepts of the plane on the coordinate axis. Now let us find the vector equation of this plane in the intercept form. So let us take the general equation of a plane. Ax plus by plus cz plus d is equal to 0 b, equation of a plane. Ax plus by plus cz plus d is equal to 0 be the equation of the plane. Now, you know, it cuts x-axis. This plane cuts, cuts means passes. The plane passes through the point A, A0 0. Hence, we can substitute the coordinates a 0 0 in the equation of the plane. Then what? A into a plus b into 0 plus c into 0 plus d is equal to 0. Therefore, here a is equal to minus d by a. Similarly, the plane passes through the point B whose coordinate 0 b 0. Therefore, 0 into a 0, b into b, capital B into small b, c into 0 plus d is equal to 0. Therefore, from this b is equal to minus d by b. The plane passes through the point C whose coordinates 0 0 c. Then a into 0, b into 0 plus c into c is plus d is equal to 0. From this, capital C is equal to minus d by c. 0 plus c into c plus d is equal to 0. From this, c is equal to capital C is equal to minus d by small c. Now here we have the three values A, B, C. Substitute those values in the given equation. Therefore, the equation of the plane becomes A into, but what is A? Minus d by A into x plus by, where b is equal to minus d by b into y, plus c into z, where c is equal to minus d by small c into z, plus d is equal to 0. Now, divide the entire equation with minus d. So what? While dividing by minus d, it becomes x by a plus y by b plus z by c. Minus 1 is equal to 0 and move that minus 1 to right side. Plus 1. So that x by a plus y by b plus z by c is equal to 1. Now this is the intercept form of the plane, where a, b, c are intercepts on the coordinate axis x, y, z respectively, made by the plane ax plus by plus cz plus d is equal to 0. Now here one problem given on intercepts. Find the intercepts cut off by the plane 2x plus y minus z is equal to 5 on the coordinate axis. Here the equation is given. Equation of the plane. Equation of the plane is 2x plus y minus z is equal to 5. Now when we express this entire equation as in the form x by a plus y by b plus z by c is equal to 1, then a, b, c are the intercepts made by the plane on the coordinate axis. Now we try to make this equation into this form. To make it into this form, divide the entire equation with 5. 2x by 5 plus y by 5 minus z by 5 is equal to 5 by 5 1. Now this is x by 2x by 5 can be taken as x by 5 by 2, y by 5 plus z by minus 5 is equal to 1. Now you compare with this intercept form. A is equal to 5 by 2, B is equal to 5, C is equal to minus 5. Therefore, the intercepts, x-intercept cut off by the plane is 5 by 2, and y-intercept cut off by this plane is 5 units, and z-intercept cut off by this plane is equal to minus 5. Therefore, 5 by 2, 5 minus 5 are the intercepts made by the plane on the coordinate axis. Next concept, plane passing through intersection of the two given planes. Now, let us take two planes. Now, this is one plane denoted by pi 1. It is second plane denoted by pi 2. Now, this is the line of intersection of the planes. Now, let us find the equation of the plane. Equation of the plane passing through point line of intersection of the planes. Now let us take like this. So here we can represent one plane like this and the second plane is like this. This is the line of intersection. Now a plane can be defined passing through this line of intersection of the two planes. Now let that plane be this one. Now we are going to find equation of this plane passing through line of intersection of two given planes. Let pi 1 is one plane r dot n1 cap is equal to d1 and pi 2 is second plane whose vector form is r dot n2 cap is equal to d2. Here n1 cap is unit vector perpendicular to the plane pi 1 and n2 cap is unit vector perpendicular to the second plane pi 2 and d1 comma d2 are the distances from origin to those planes. Now this is the line of intersection, Here I can take one point with the position vector some t bar. Let us take one arbitrary point on the line of intersection. Let t bar be a point on line of intersection of the planes pi 1 and pi 2. Okay. Therefore, since T1 is on the line of intersection, it lies on the first plane pi 1 as well as on the second plane pi 2. Therefore, T vector dot n1 cap is equal to d1 and T vector dot n2 cap is equal to d2. Now, for all real values of lambda, we can write it as T bar dot n1 cap plus lambda n2 cap is equal to d1 plus lambda d2. So for all real values of lambda, since t is a arbitrary constant, so any lambda value taken, we can write t dot n1 plus lambda n2 is equal to d1 plus lambda d2. But since the t vector is an arbitrary constant, arbitrary point, hence it can be replaced by a general point r bar. Hence we can replace t vector by r vector. R dot n1 cap plus lambda n2 cap is equal to d1 plus lambda d2. Now this is, it represents a plane, equation of a plane that passes through point of intersection of two given planes. We can define the Cartesian equation of the plane that passes through line of intersection of the two planes. It is already defined as the vector equation of the plane is, what is that? R bar dot n1 plus lambda n2 is equal to d1 plus lambda d2 for some lambda. Lambda is any real number. Now this is vector equation of the a plane. Now we are going to convert this vector form into Cartesian form. To convert into Cartesian form, here n1 cap is equal to some x1i plus y1j plus z1k vector be a unit vector, and n2 cap is a unit vector x2i plus y2j plus z2k. Now, and r bar is a vector of the form xi plus yj plus zk. Therefore, xi plus yj plus zk dot, now x1i plus y1j plus z1k plus lambda into x2i plus y2j plus z2k is equal to d1 plus lambda d2. Now this is right now by the distributive property, it is xx1 plus yy1 plus zz1 plus lambda into xx2 plus yy2 plus zz2 is equal to d1 plus lambda d2. Now move all the terms to this side. xx1 plus yy1 plus zz1 minus d1 plus lambda into, when we move this lambda d2 left side and take lambda common, xx2 plus yy2 plus zz2 minus d2 is equal to 0. What is this? It is the Cartesian equation of the first plane, and this one is Cartesian equation of the second plane, so that it is pi 1 plus lambda pi 2 is equal to 0. So this is the Cartesian equation of the plane that passes through line of intersection of the two given planes. Now we have a problem on the point of intersection of two planes. Find the vector equation of a plane passing through intersection of the two planes r dot I plus j plus k is equal to 6 and r dot 2i plus 3j plus k equal to minus 5, as well as it passes through the point 1, 1, 1. Now, what is the vector equation of the plane that passing through the point 1, 1, 1 as well as intersection of these two planes? Now already we know that the plane equation of a vector equation of a plane which passes through intersection of the two planes r bar dot n1 is equal to d1 and r dot n2 bar is equal to d2 is given by the vector equation of the plane passing through two planes. Vector equation of the plane passing through two planes r dot n1 is equal to d1 and r dot n2 is equal to d2 is given by r bar dot n1 plus lambda n2 is equal to d1 plus lambda d2. So it is already proved. Now where n1 is equal to the vector perpendicular to the first plane and n2 is the vector perpendicular to the second plane, d1 is 6, d2 is minus 5. Now substitute them. Therefore r bar dot n1, that is I plus j plus k plus lambda into n2 vector, that is 2i plus 3j plus 4k is equal to d1, that is 6 plus lambda into d2 minus 5. Now let us simplify this. R dot, what about this? I plus 2 lambda I plus 2 lambda I, that is 1 plus 2 lambda into I vector, j plus 3 lambda j, that is 1 plus 3 lambda j vector plus 1 plus 4 lambda into k vector is equals to 6 minus 5 lambda. Now this is the vector equation of the plane passing through intersection of the given planes. What about lambda? Here lambda is some real number. Here one more condition given, that the plane passes through a fixed point 1, 1, 1. Suppose if we convert this vector equation into Cartesian form, then we can substitute that point 1, 1, 1 in the place of x, y, z because of this plane passing through this point. Now we try to convert this vector form into Cartesian form. To convert into Cartesian form, let us take r bar is equal to xi plus yj plus zk. Now on substitution of this vector, finally it is xi plus yj plus zk dot 1 plus 2 lambda I plus 1 plus 3 lambda j plus 1 plus 4 lambda k is equal to 6 minus 5 lambda. Now I am going to apply the dot product between r vector and this vector. What is that? It is x into 1 plus 2 lambda plus y into 1 plus 3 lambda plus z into 1 plus 4 lambda is equal to 6 minus 5 lambda. Now this is Cartesian equation of the plane. Cartesian equation of the plane. But this plane passing through a point. But this plane, it passes through a given point 1, 1, 1. Now substitute 1, 1, 1 in place of x, y, z in the Cartesian equation. So while substituting x is equal to 1, it is 1 plus 2 lambda, put y is equal to 1, then it is 1 plus 3 lambda, 1 plus 4 lambda is equal to 6 minus 5 lambda. What about this? 1 plus 1 plus 1, 3, and move this 3 to right side, 6 minus 3, 3, and move this minus 5 lambda to left side, then it is 2 plus 3, 5, 5 plus 4, 9, 9 plus 5, 14, 14 lambda is equal to 6 minus 3, 3. Therefore, lambda is equal to 3 by 14. So, the parameter lambda is 3 by 14. Now, substitute lambda is equal to 3 by 14 in the vector form. Here, this is the vector form of the plane. Substitute lambda is equal to 3 by 14 here. Then we get the vector equation of the plane passing through intersection of the two given planes. Now, let us write here. Finally, the vector equation of the plane is, of course here also we can substitute whatever that. So this is and this one both represent same. Now we better substitute lambda is equal to 3 by 14 here. Then it is r bar dot 1 plus 2 into 3, 6 by 14 into I vector plus 1 plus 3 into 3, 9 by 14 into j vector plus 1 plus 4 into 3, 12 by 14 into k vector is equal to 6 minus 5 into 3, 15 by 14. This is when we take LCM 14 plus 6, 20, 20i r dot r bar dot 20i plus what about this? It is 14 plus 9, 23 j vector plus 14 plus 12, 26 k vector is equal to 6 14s, 84, 84 minus 15, what about that? That is 69 by 14. Of course, the 14 is cancelled on both sides. So finally, the vector equation of the plane, required plane is r dot 20i plus 23j plus 26k is equal to 69. Now, the another concept, coplanarity of two lines. Coplanarity. When the two line, what is the condition that the two lines are on same plane? Now it is one plane. So let us take two lines L1 and L2. Then what is the condition that the two lines are coplanar? Now let us take the two lines L1, that is r bar is equal to a bar plus t into b bar. In fact, it is b1 bar. And L2 is r bar is equal to b bar plus t into b2. See, r bar is equal to a plus t into b1 bar. Now this is the vector equation of a line passing through a point A whose position vector is a bar and parallel to some b1 vector. Next, second line r bar is equal to b bar plus some scalar t. Of course, here these two scalars need not be equal. Let it be some s or some lambda. R bar is equal to b bar. Second line passes through some point B with the position vector b bar and parallel to another vector b2 bar. B, two lines on a plane. Now, from this diagram, see here b bar, b1 bar and b2 bar are two vectors are on same plane. And we can define a vector from A to B or B to A. We can define a vector from A to B. See, here we have three vectors on the plane. One is B1 vector, second one is B2 vector and AB vector. Now these three vectors are on same plane, hence they are coplanar vectors. Now AB vector is equal to, that is B bar minus A bar, and B1 vector, B2 vector, or the vectors are on same plane. Then B1 cross B2 is what? What is the cross product of these two? the cross product of two vectors is always perpendicular to the plane containing b1, b2. So we know that condition. Hence b1 cross b2 is always perpendicular to the plane contain b1 vector and b2 vector. Therefore, now b1 cross b2 is perpendicular to the plane and AB vector is on the plane. Hence, AB vector is always perpendicular to b1 cross b2. So, if one vector is perpendicular to the other, then dot product of the two vectors is 0. AB dot b1 cross b2 is equal to 0. Now, what is AB vector? It is b minus a dot b1 cross b2 is equal to 0. Now, this is the condition that the given two vectors are on same plane. Now, this is the vector form. Now, let us find the Cartesian form. Let us find the condition in Cartesian form. Cartesian form. For Cartesian form, let us take a point be x1, y1, z1 and the point B is x2, y2, z2 and b1 vector is a1i plus a2j plus a3k and b2 vector is b1i plus b2j plus b3k. And now substitute all those quantities here. B minus a, that is x2 minus x1i plus y2 minus y1j plus z2 minus z1k dot b1 cross b2. Find the cross product of these two vectors. So now let us write that b minus a x2 minus x1 I vector y2 minus y1 j vector z2 minus z1 k vector dot. Now b1 cross b2 I j k, b1 vector is a1 a2 a3 b1 b2 b3 is equal to 0. Now find the determinant of this 3 by 3 matrix. After that, find the dot product of this vector and this vector. So finally, that entire product is same as to the determinant of x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1, a1, a2, a3, b1, b2, b3 is equal to 0. So on this simplification, after this simplification, we get some expression. That expression is equal to the expansion of this determinant, so that that entire expression can be taken as determinant of this matrix. So now we can easily remember that the collinearity of two lines is determinant of x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1, a1, a2, a3, third row b1, b2, b3 is equal to 0. It is in Cartesian form. Now we have one problem on coplanarity. Show that the lines x plus 3 by minus 3 is equal to y minus 1 by 1 is equal to z minus 5 by 5 and x plus 1 by minus 1 is equal to y minus 2 by 2 equal to z minus 5 by 5 are coplanar. we have to prove that these two planes are coplanar. Now, see, given the planes are, the first plane, pi 1, x plus 3 by minus 3, y minus 1 by 1, z minus 5 by 5. This implies, see, it is, I can change this equation into x minus of minus 3 by minus 3 is equal to y minus 1 by 1 is equal to z minus 5 by 5. Now see, it is x minus x1 by a1 is equal to y minus y1 by b1 is equal to z minus z1 by c1. x1, y1, z1 is a point on the plane. a1, b1, c1 are direction ratios of the vector perpendicular to the plane. And second plane, pi 2, that is x plus 1 by minus 1 is equal to y minus 2 by 2 is equal to z minus 5 by 5. This implies x plus 1 means minus of minus 1 by minus 1 is equal to y minus 2 by 2 is equal to z minus 5 by 5. Now these are the two planes. Here x1, y1, z1 is minus 3, 1, 5. x2, y2, z2 is minus 1, 2, 5. a1, b1, c1 or a1, a2, a3. So in the previous theorem, we have taken the direction ratios as a1, a2, a3, b1, b2, b3. So that let us take the direction ratios as a1, a2, a3 in the first plane, minus 3, 1, 5, and a2, b1, b2, b3 are the direction ratios to the vector perpendicular to the plane. They are minus 1, 2, 5. Now, let us take modulus of x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1, a1, a2, a3, b1, b2, b3. Let us take this determinant. Now, let us check whether this determinant value 0 or not. If the determinant value is 0, then the condition is verified. Hence, the planes are coplanar. The lines are coplanar. Now, let us see whether the determinant is 0 or not. x2 minus x1 minus 1 plus 3 2, y2 minus y1 2 minus 1 1, z2 minus z1 5 minus 5 0, a1 minus 3 1 5, b1 b2 b3 minus 1 2 5. Now expand the determinant. It is 2 into, deleting the corresponding row column, 5 minus 10 minus 5 minus 1 into minus 15 plus 5 minus 15 plus 5 minus 10 plus 0 into something is always 0. Now this is minus 10 minus of minus plus 10 is equal to 0. Therefore, the condition is verified. Hence, the given lines are coplanar. Angle between the planes. How to determine angle between the two planes? Already you know how to get the angle between the two lines. Right now, we are going to find angle between the two planes. Can we find the angle between any two planes? Is it possible? See, one plane is like this. and second plane is like this. Then how to find angle between them? So this is the one plane and it is the second plane. Suppose if the two planes are like this, it is one and this is the second. Now how to measure the angle between them? The angle should be found between the two lines only now. So that here angle between the two planes is defined as angle between the two normals of the planes. Normal means perpendicular vectors to the planes. Here suppose if n1 is n1 bar is perpendicular vector to this plane and n2 bar is perpendicular vector to the second plane, then angle between these two vectors, let it be some theta, then angle between these two vectors gives the angle between the two planes. So suppose pi 1 comma pi 2 are two planes and the angle between pi 1 comma pi 2, angle between the two vectors pi 1 comma pi 2 is defined as angle between the normals of the two planes. So this is the definition. Now let us take pi 1 plane as in vector form, that is r dot n1 is equal to d1, and second plane pi 2 r bar dot n2 is equal to d2, are two planes. And if theta is angle between the two planes pi 1 comma pi 2, then this is also equals to angle between the two normals. Here the normals of the two planes are n1 and n2. Therefore n1 n2 are two vectors. So you know how to find angle between the two vectors using the dot product. Cos theta is equal to n1 dot n2 by modulus of n1 into modulus of n2 vector. So if n1, n2 are the normals of the planes, then we can determine angle between the two planes. Now it is in vector form. Now let us see the angle between the two planes in Cartesian form. Suppose if one plane pi 1 is in the form of a1x plus b1y plus c1z plus d1 is equal to 0, and second plane a2x plus b2y plus c2z plus d2 is equal to 0, and if theta is angle between the two planes pi 1 and pi 2, now cos theta is n1 n2 are the normals of the planes in the vector form, but whereas in Cartesian form n1 n2 are the direction ratios of the vectors perpendicular to the planes. Here a1 b1 c1 are the direction ratios of vector or normal n1. a2 b2 c2 are direction ratios to the normal n2. Now by substituting those direction cosines here, then it become a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 by root of a1 square plus b1 square plus c1 square into root of a2 square plus b2 square plus c2 square. So that this is the formula to find angle between the two planes when they are in Cartesian form. Now, if theta is equal to 90 degrees, theta is equal to 90. Theta is equal to 90 means what? The two planes are perpendicular to each other. Then cos 90 is equal to 0 on cross multiplying a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 is equal to 0. a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 is equal to 0. Then the two planes are perpendicular. Then pi 1 is perpendicular to pi 2. Suppose if theta is equal to 0 degrees. 0 degrees means the two planes are parallel to each other. Then what? Then cos 0 is equal to 1. Now on cross multiplying the denominator and squaring and simplifying, at last you could get the form a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2. Now this is the condition that the two planes are parallel. Pi 1 is parallel to pi 2. Now let us find angle between two planes 2x plus y minus 2z is equal to 5 and 3x minus 6y minus 2z is equal to 7 using vector method. If this method is not specified, then we can use the formula cos theta is equal to a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 by root of a1 square plus b1 square plus c1 square into root of a2 square plus b2 square plus c2 square, since the two planes are in Cartesian form. But here clearly it is mentioned that find angle between the two planes using vector method, so that we need to express the two planes in vector form. The given planes pi 1 is 2x plus y minus 2z is equal to 5. Now we can change it into r dot n1 is equal to d. Therefore r dot n1 is equal to 2i plus j minus 2k is equal to 5, since r vector is xi plus yj plus zk. Now this is the first plane. Next, second plane pi 2, that is 3x minus 6y minus 2z is equal to 7. Now we can make it into the same r dot n2 is equal to d2 form. So here it is d1, this is d2. Now r dot n2, that is 3i vector minus 6j minus 2k is equal to 7. Now this is the second plane. Now here n1 is equal to 2i plus j minus 2k. n1 vector is equal to 2i plus j minus 2k and n2 vector is 3i minus 6j minus 2k. Now theta is angle between the two planes pi 1 pi 2, which is also same as to n1 bar and n2 bar. Hence cos theta is equal to n1 dot n2 by modulus of n1 vector into modulus of n2 vector. Now here we have the two normals n1 and n2. Find the dot product of these two vectors. 2 into 3, 6 plus 1 into minus 6, minus 6 minus 2 into minus 2 plus 4 by modulus of n1, that is root of this is 4 plus 1 plus 4, 9 into root of, what is the magnitude of the second normal? 9 plus 36 plus 4, 9 plus 36 plus 4, 49. Therefore, it is 4 by 3 into 7. So, 4 by 21. This implies theta is equal to cos inverse of 4 by 21. Hence, the angle between the two planes, two given planes is given by cos inverse of 4 by 21. Now, the distance of a point from a plane. So, finding the distance of a point from a plane. For this, let us take two planes, two parallel planes. Now, these are the two parallel planes. The first one is pi 1, second one is pi 2. Suppose the first plane is passing through some fixed point A whose position vector is A bar, and there is a unit vector n bar, n cap, perpendicular to the plane pi 1. Then the vector equation of the plane is, the vector equation of the plane pi 1 is r bar minus a bar dot n cap is equal to 0. So, it was already derived. When a plane passing through a point a bar and it has a perpendicular unit vector n cap is given by r minus a dot n cap is equal to 0. Now, it is r bar dot n cap minus a bar dot n cap is equal to 0. R bar dot n cap is equal to a bar dot n cap. What about this? You see, it is in the form of, r dot n cap is equal to d1. Now, it is the normal form of a plane where d1 is the perpendicular distance from origin to a point on the plane. Suppose if it is origin and let it be the point n. Now, ON is equal to this distance, ON is equal to a bar dot n cap. Now, suppose the second plane pi 2 is at d units distance from origin. Let it be n dash. Let ON dash is equal to d. So, second plane is at d units distance from origin. ON dash is equal to d. Now, we have to find the distance of the point A from the plane pi 2. Now, the distance of the point A from plane pi 2 is equals to the distance from A to some point, A to the plane, let it be some B. Now, that distance from A to the second plane is AB, which is equals to n dash. So, AB is same as to n dash. Why? Because the two planes are parallel planes. So, the two planes are parallel planes. That's why the distance between the two points the distance between the points on the two planes remains same. Nn dash. Nn dash is equals to On dash minus On. Nn dash, the length of Nn dash is equals to On dash minus On. But On dash is what? It is the distance from origin to that plane, that is d units, minus On is equal to, it is A bar dot n cap. Therefore, finally, the distance of a point A from the plane is d minus A dot n cap, where d is the distance of the plane from origin and A bar is position vector of the point and n cap is perpendicular unit vector to the plane pi 1 as well as pi 2, because pi 1 pi 2 both are parallel to each other, so that n1 vector n cap is unit vector perpendicular to pi 1. It is also perpendicular to the same plane pi 2. So if we have A bar and n cap and d, then we can determine the distance between them. Now suppose the second plane is of the form, if suppose the pi 2 second plane is of the form r dot n is equal to d, then how to find the distance from the point A to the plane pi 2? So using this formula, right now you see we can write it as r bar dot n bar. N bar means that we can make it into unit vector. Actually here n bar is not a unit vector, it is a normal or perpendicular vector to that plane. To make it into unit vector, divide by its magnitude on both sides. Right now r dot this become r bar dot n cap is equal to d by modulus of n bar. Now that is the equation of the plane. Right now the distance of a point A with the position vector A bar, the distance of a point A with the position vector A from the plane pi 2 is, now substitute here modulus of, here d means what? The distance from origin to the plane. Here it is d by modulus of n minus A bar dot n cap, that is d by modulus of n bar. A bar dot n cap is equal to n bar by, let it be capital N cap, okay, n bar by modulus of n. Therefore finally it is d minus A dot n bar by mod n. Now that is the perpendicular distance of a point A from a plane pi 2, which is in the form of r dot n is equal to d. Now from this we can find the perpendicular distance from origin to that plane. So in fact the distance from origin to that plane means what? Here clearly the point A bar become 0 bar. So that now it become modulus of d by modulus of n vector. Therefore the perpendicular distance, or simply the distance of origin from the plane is modulus of d by modulus of n. Actually, it's a D is a scalar quantity, not a vector quantity. So, D is a scalar quantity. D minus A dot n by mod n. Now, here A bar becomes 0 bar because we are going to find the distance from origin to the plane. Hence, it becomes 0, 0 bar dot n, that is 0, D minus 0 D by modulus of n vector. We have proved that the distance of a point from the plane. So, let the plane pi is r bar dot n bar is equal to D. Now, this is the plane and A is a point with the position vector A bar. Now, this distance is given by D by mod n modulus of n vector minus A bar dot n by mod n. So, it is already proved. Okay. Now, we are going to find the distance of a point from the plane when the plane is in Cartesian form. Suppose the plane is in the Cartesian form, a1x plus b1y plus c1z is equal to d1. Then what? Here the n vector is a1i plus b1j plus c1k. Now that is n vector. And the point A with the position vector A bar, let it be the point x1, y1, z1. In Cartesian form, let us take the point B x1, y1, z1. Now substitute all these quantities here. Then the distance of the point from the plane is D by, and of course here we can write it as modulus of D minus A bar dot n bar by mod n bar. No? Now what is D here? It is D minus D means nothing but D1 here. D means here in this Cartesian equation D is D1. So that D is equal to D1 minus A dot n. A dot n is equal to, A bar is equal to xi plus yj plus zk dot with n, that is a1x1 plus b1y1 plus c1z1 by modulus of n, that is root of a1 square plus b1 square plus c1 square. Now this is modulus of, while taking minus common, a1 x1 plus b1 y1 plus c1 z1 minus d1 by root of a1 square plus b1 square plus c1 square. Now this is the distance of the point A x1 y1 z1 to the plane a1x plus b1y plus c1 z is equal to d1 is a1 x1 plus b1 y1 plus c1 z1 minus d1 by root a1 square plus b1 square plus c1 square. That means you just substitute the point x1 y1 z1 in this equation and divide by root a1 square plus b1 square plus c1 square. Now, what is the distance from origin? Suppose if this point A is 0, 0, 0, origin. Then what? Now, we have to substitute 0, 0, 0 in the plane. So, substitute here. Then the distance from origin is equal to a1 into 0, 0, b1 into 0, 0, c1 into 0, 0, minus d1 by root of a1 square plus b1 square plus c1 square, that is d1 by, of course, modulus of d1 by root a1 square plus b1 square plus c1 square. Now this is the distance from origin to the plane. Here we have a problem on the distance of a point from the plane. Find the distance of a point 2, 5, minus 3 from the plane r bar dot 6i minus 3j plus 2k is equal to 4. Now here n vector is 6i minus 3j plus 2k and d is 4 and the point A is 2, 5, minus 3. That means the position vector is 2i plus 5j minus 3k. It is the position vector of the point A. Right now the distance of A from given plane is equal to, what is that? D minus A bar dot n bar by modulus of n. Where D is equal to 4 minus A dot n. This is A bar vector, A bar dot n. What is the dot product between these two? 6 into 2, 12, minus 3 into 5, minus 15, 2 into minus 3, minus 6 by magnitude of n, that is root of 6 square 36 plus minus 3 square 9, 2 square 4 under modulus. Therefore, it is 12 minus 15 minus 3 minus 3 minus 6 minus 9 minus of minus plus 9, 9 plus 4, 13. 13 by, what is this? It is root 49, that is 7. Therefore, the distance of the given point from this given plane is 13 by 7 units.